As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Milton. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're throwing it. Forced out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Giants are set to punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going to run for it with Chubb. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they take him down right along the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Again, it's Chubb. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. To throw, Milton. This throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Here's Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. A couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Chubb. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Back to the well again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back's come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. And he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. To throw it on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the 16. Finds Hyatt. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Giants are on the move here. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. He brings it in. And that's a New York touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Milton now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Gets this to Johnson. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to the air here. Complete to Hyatt. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. He's one of the greatest to do it. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants take over on his 5th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They give it to him again. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pass is cut at the 9. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Give him him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
At the 10-yard line.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Gets this one to Pierce. And in, touchdown, New York. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Giants make it a 10-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back-to-back carries here. Another big rip for him. He's out in the clear. They get 38 out of the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
This time it's a passing play. Setting up the screen. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chased out to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing now off play action. Oh no, they get him yet again. Nick Cross has it. And the Giants will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
We're working a couple of yards past the line. That was Michael Parsons making that play. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
He finds Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
2nd and 8. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it a 24-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Cowboys football as we're really just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Hits his running back. Hits some space around midfield. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Here's Milton. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the 31. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Slot man motioned over. From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Oh, they got it! Intercepted along the goal line! Picked up by Deontay Banks!
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. That's completed right side. The 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants continue piling it on here in the fourth. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing now, Milton. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The rookie from Tennessee found that opening, ends up with a first down. Throwing from the gun here. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Dallas. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Cowboys just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to C.D. Lamb. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll motion Lamb right. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Now Milton to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. All set up now for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Well, the Cowboys are saying they have it, and it looks like they do! Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. The give here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Setting up a throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw, needing a first. He connects downfield on 4th. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it's fielded but not returned for the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Receiver in motion, headed right. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Giants come away with the win. And their start to the season.